All right, Mr. Mitchell, you up there?
I'm up there.
All right. Well, we are live and ready to go.
Beautiful night here at the Nest.
Spanish Fort taking on the Cardinals tonight in the Baldwin County Cup. I'm unsure of why they're calling it that. Do you know, Mitchell?
Well, to take a guess, I mean, this might be the two best teams in Baldwin County, just based off record and other things on how they did in their region. Again, St. Michael unbeaten in their region as they beat Alberta last week. And I don't believe Spanish Fort has lost a single area game either. I probably am wrong on that. But
no, actually, I looked it up just this afternoon. You're correct. They are 6A Area 2, and they are undefeated in their area, 4-0 on the year. Yeah,
so this match has no effect on the outcome of our season. Still getting a home playoff game, still doing all that, but you know it's still huge to beat 6A Spanish Fort, who is just tremendous in soccer. I believe they either were runner-ups or state champs last year. I believe they were runner-ups or something like that to Daphne, who won. But this is going to be an exciting game.
Nope, I got to put the scoreboard up. Hold on.
It'll be a test for us tonight. That is for sure. As we are set to kick off. It's going to be a great game tonight. Two very good programs. Again, as we mentioned earlier, St. Michael undefeated in area play, and Spanish Fort undefeated in area play.
I don't have a clock operator. I don't have a clock operator. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks.
As we're just waiting on a clock operator here. Again, beautiful night here at the Nest. Couple of gusts of winds here and there. And it is a cool 71 degrees. Perfect weather for some soccer. As we are now about to kick off. And here we go. St. Michael versus Spanish Fort.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mitchell. We got a clock operator going.
All good.
I think we're ready to go.
Booming kick right there.
We got a kind of a low quality going on here. I'm gonna reset things real quick. Okay. Senior goalkeeper.
There's Andy Cisneros down the sideline, right to Raphael. St. Michael, a good scoring opportunity right here. There's Jack Charles. And that's a turnover for St. Michael. But they're going to get it back. St. Michael's going to probably would start very aggressive, if I had to guess, as we've seen within 2 minutes of the game starting. Because the Spanish Fort team is very, very good. Good pass to what looked like Jake Lazary, possibly. Or, excuse me, Andrew Kiernan. That one's just going to go in the stand, behind the stands, actually. Kicked high. And it'll be a Spanish Fort throw-in. Long kick right there, and Mark might scoop. Yeah, he's going to scoop that up. It's going to be a booming kick to midfield, and Hillel's going to header that all the way to Raphael, and they're here for a second chance play right now, as I'll throw it back in. Find Robert. Robert will give it to Jack Charles. Jack trying to make something happen, just can't, is swarmed by some Toro defenders. There's Andy trying to fight for the ball. Very good job by Andy. And that'll be a St. Michael throw-in. Good defense right there by Andy. Getting all the way down there. And looks like he'll just throw that straight to Spanish Fort. And a very good steal. That looked like Nathaniel Moses with a good shot block. And they'll get a foul on the Toros, and that'll be a free kick for St. Michael. See what Hillel might do with this. Hillel's going to keep this one off. Deep kick into the goal box, and Andy's there. Let's see what Andy can do with it. Andy's going to cross it in the middle to Raphael. Raphael is immediately swallowed up by a defender. A goal opportunity here, and it scores! Jake Lazary with the goal. Your Cardinals are first on the board tonight.
Who was that?
Jake Lazary. Jake Pink Shoes, as he's getting that crowd hype. Very good, very impressive goal right there from St. Michael, splitting the defense. And that gives St. Michael a good opportunity to keep control of this game. The ball is in their hand now. Spanish Fort will kick it off yet again.
Mitchell, how are we? How we doing?
Franklin, he showed up. There he is.
I did. I was having dinner with my family. Couldn't skip that.
Never can. Franklin, I believe you saw the goal, but Jake Lazary with that clutch shot.
I did. That was amazing.
Yeah, very good shot by St. Michael right there, really slicing up the defense.
So was it Andrew Kiernan on the assist?
Yeah, I really couldn't tell. The camera all the players on the field are a little bit too small sometimes. So
yeah, for sure.
But that was definitely a gift of a kick.
Yeah, what a gift.
Spanish Fort making a run for it right here.
Trying to.
Good job by Santi stopping that ball. There's Jake Lazary dribbling through the defenders. And he's going to just boot that one to the Toro back line. Spanish Fort now playing very aggressive as they're playing very defensive in the first couple of minutes. And somebody's going to get pushed out of bounds. I believe that is Nathaniel, but nonetheless, it'll be a Cardinal free kick. Or, excuse me. No, it will be a Cardinal free kick.
Yeah, I believe they called that offsides on the Toros. So, senior Mark Flynn will take the free kick right outside the 18-yard box on the left side.
Good job by Andrew Kiernan getting his head up there. And here's a chance for the... Oh, and it just gets stolen. There's a chance right there for the Cardinals to get a breakaway. They have another chance now. Spanish Fort is tricky. Spanish Fort is very quick with their feet, as you can see. Lots of tripping going on, but...
Yeah, it definitely was. That's one thing we saw also in the Bayside game. You gotta play a little bit dirty. The St. Michael team, or else they're gonna have a low build dribble through all your defenders, pass it to Raphael or Jake, and then just tap it in for a nice easy goal.
Yeah, and that's where this team has grown so much is in chemistry. You know, losing all those seniors last year, like Etienne Duchesne and like you know, Sidney Bowman, Matthew Drago, James Bolton, all those guys. As the Cardinals will get a corner kick, you know, you lose a lot of team chemistry and you lose a lot of morale on your team. You know, you think, oh, this is going to be a drop-off year or whatever. But it really hasn't. It hasn't been one.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I love what he said. You know, honestly, me thinking going into this year, I'm like, this got to be a rebuilding year. Last year was such a good team. Unfortunate loss to Bayside in the semifinals, but we've done tremendously this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there was a foul. I believe
get a free kick.
Lazary. Nice little chip there by Hillel.
Chance for a goal right now. There goes Raphael Duchesne. Raphael going to try and dribble through defenders as he is pushed and shoved. Trying to get through. Again, it's looking like it's going to be another physical game for the boys.
Toro's working it along their back line, trying to find something against this Cardinal offense.
It's kicked out of bounds. Hitting a third on field, looks like to Robert. Again, I think Spanish Fort knows now to keep it out of the feet of guys like Raphael and Jake Lazary, because they are sneaky and they are very tall and they are very capable of scoring quick, easy goals on you.
For sure, but then you also got short guys like Hillel Bill and Jack Charles,
who had that quick. They had that quick aspect to the game. You know, Jack Charles, in my opinion, has the best footwork on the team. A goal opportunity here for Spanish Fort, and good job by the Cardinal back line of stopping that. Good job by Andy. Coming up and saving that goal.
Old Mad Dog Andy, as Coach B likes to call him during football season. Old Mad Dog.
Spanish Fort have a corner kick. So a goal opportunity here for Spanish Fort. But the way this Cardinal defense is playing, it's going to be very hard to get a goal in right now.
The corner kick.
Here goes the kick.
Nice high kick.
Yeah, beautifully kicked, and that's just going to be a goal kick for St. Michael.
Goes over everybody.
If that was just a little bit shorter, that probably would have been a goal. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That was that kick was stellar. Mark Flynn set to kick his goal kick. Line drive kick. That's going to go straight to Hillel, and Jake Lazary is going to try and get that through to Jack Charles. There goes Jack. Jack fighting for that ball, and he'll get it to AK.
Mr. President.
Andrew, oh my goodness, Andrew Megsom. Nonetheless, a very good offensive possession, and we still have the ball.
Good recovery there.
That was a very good offensive possession from St. Michael right there, as he is tripped and pushed by Spanish Fort. Again, another one of these physical games. Tensions are high, obviously, already in the game, and it's been 10 minutes.
Well, for sure. I mean, it's good old St. Michael versus Spanish Fort. St. Michael's having a very good season. I don't know how Spanish Fort is doing, but
Spanish Fort is having an excellent season. They are actually undefeated in region play.
Yeah, so both teams having a really good season. Playoffs in the near future for both teams.
I believe they both have a first round. They both have a first round home game because they are both one seeds in their region. As surprisingly, Daphne, I believe Daphne's season is over.
It is.
Which Daphne won state last year.
As good as they are, they did not make the playoffs this year.
So I'm not sure who the second team in that 6A region is that made it. I'm not sure if it's Fairhope or who it is, but it's got to be a good team to kick Daphne out of the playoffs.
For sure.
Because they got guys like Alex Podier and
Cooper Miller.
Yeah, Cooper Miller. I mean, a bunch of these guys who are just Andy's just going to kick that one out, and that'll be a Toro corner kick. Excuse me. Franklin, what's going on in the world of sports at St. Michael?
Yeah, we're doing nearing the end of the seasons for a lot of teams. Tennis and track and golf and baseball. The men's baseball team had their last game last night. Unfortunate. They had a great season compared to last year. Just could not make the playoffs.
Oh, and almost a goal right there. Yeah, it was a very good season. Coach Bez definitely built this program back up, boosting the morale of the team. And also had a good senior class this year with Ali Dees, Bryce Morgan, and Jonah Daughtry.
Yeah, and the thing was that he didn't really bring any new players like Coach Rivers has in football. It was the same team as it was last year.
I guess they should know they had it in them.
Seniors.
Another line drive kick from Mark, and Hillel's gonna head that up 5 or 10 yards at least.
And our softball team is doing really good. And track, we got sectionals the week after Easter, so next weekend or.
Oh goodness. Good recovery from St. Michael. Andy almost kicks that one in the goal. Yeah, tennis actually. Good news in the tennis world. All the seniors on the tennis team advanced in sectionals onto the second round. So that's always good to hear.
Yeah, I know Emma Ward and Molly. They're a very good dynamic duo in doubles. If they win tomorrow, they'll go to state. It'll be pretty amazing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe state is played in Mobile.
I want to know for track it'll be played in Gulf Shores. Yeah, that's usually how it's always been. So it's pretty
Good save by Mark right there. Sorry to cut you off there, Franklin.
No, you're good. No, track sections will be in Andalusia, and the state will be in Gulf Shores, Alabama, as it has been for the past couple of years.
Can't hate on Gulf Shores at the beach. Couldn't imagine a better place to run, and that should be a handball, but it's not. The refs are going to let it slide. And Mark's going to try and save it, and that's just going to be booted out. Almost. Don't let it go into the bog. Saved by the fence.
Almost looked like they took out the keeper there.
Yeah. But nonetheless, very good save and a very good recovery from St. Michael as Spanish Fort goes for this corner kick.
Both teams have been very, very good in the offensive attack. Here comes a corner. Really high like last time, and just goes
That's
out
just
of
going to go out of bounds.
Next week, we're on Holy Week right now, and then next week of spring break. So all the Catholic schools of Archsize and Mobile on spring break next week, so it'll be pretty cool. And most public schools are on spring break right now, I know.
There goes Jack Charles. Robert gonna regain possession here, and that's going to be stolen by Spanish Fort. Good save from the defense. Bill trying to look for something. Thought about kicking it deep, and he's going to give it a Raff. Oh, and Raff just misses Andrew. Looks like he hit off the wrong part of his foot. Robert Watson running back, and there goes Spanish Fort in a run. And they're not going to do much as Mark will save it. And that'll be a goal kick for St. Michael. Another deep kick. Spanish Fort's going to have possession of this one. Almost offsides right there. Good save from, I believe that's Nathaniel. And they're just going to boot that one out of there. I believe that was Santiago. High kick from Jack Charles.
Yeah, Cardinals were playing some sloppy ball. They kind of just kick. They're not really kicking it anywhere. They're kind of just kicking it. We need to really fix that if we want to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up by 1. Spanish Force had many chances to tie it, and I believe one will go in tonight.
Good job by Jack right there. Playing very good soccer right now. Again, crowd visibly angry. Oh, and almost. Jack's going to try and get to it. That might be a corner kick for St. Michael, and it will be. As I believe it's even better than getting the ball right on the edge of the out of bounds.
For sure. Nice high kick.
Booming kick. Oh, and Robert tries to head it in. There goes Andy. Going to try and save it, and he just cannot get to it. Too far ahead. Spanish Fort player way up there. And a good slide tackle right there from Huck. And another great slide tackle from the Spanish Fort defender. Oh, and he just runs Hillel over. That's his second foul of the game, but no card yet. As they might take him out. Hillel's going to boot this one away. Very good kick. Almost got there. But a good job by the Toro keeper of just getting there. Oh, and kicks it to Jack. Jack couldn't get up in time to grab it. As they'll have a sub. And number 10 will come out. Looks like they're going to cool him off.
We're almost halfway through first period here. 2 40-minute periods tonight.
So far, it's been a very good game. St. Michael again sitting almost kind of comfortably with that 1-0 lead. But they got to be careful as Spanish Fort is.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
They've shown good speed so far from what I've been able to watch.
Yeah, but Spanish Fort keeps doing this and applying pressure. Guinness Hillel Bill contests that ball. Oh, and a good move right there by the Spanish Fort player. Good job by Andy right there. Trying to clear it out.
Gets it to Hillel. Hillel taking some good touches.
Hillel's just going to run
going
right past him. There goes Andrew. I don't know if that pass was planned, but it sure did look like it.
It did look like it.
Good job by Jake right there getting that ball back. Well stolen from Andrew. Oh, and a good move right there. He's going to cross it to Jack Charles. And St. Michael again at the Toro throat. Gonna cross. Oh, way out of bounds. Nonetheless, great offensive possession right there from St. Michael.
Now, Franklin, I'll have to ask you or I'm sorry, Mitchell. Franklin, I'm going to have to ask you as well. Do we know why it's called the Baldwin Cup?
Let me look it up, Mr. Tony. I think that's probably.
Well, I was thinking, well, okay, they take the top 2 teams in the County, something like that. But they lost to Daphne twice. I couldn't see why St. Michael would be in the County Cup if that was the.
I'm not sure. They might take the best 2 teams
record-wise
from each. It might be from each region or the best teams overall in all the regions in Baldwin County. But I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up at halftime, as it's hard to look something up and film at the same time.
Yeah, but there is a news station here tonight. I believe that's Fox 10 News on the sidelines. It's talking to Mark Flynn during school today because, him and I believe Hillel Bill will be interviewed after the game.
Yeah, again, they've had both incredible seasons as Hillel's going to go on to Southern Union and continue his soccer career. Possibly, he's going the JUCO route for now, maybe going off to a bigger school once his time runs out at Southern Union. As, again, Lizzie Stroud is playing soccer there as well for the women's soccer team.
I believe she got all region or all section.
I believe she did. As she had a stellar year this year.
In her first year in college athletics. be pretty amazing for the young lady.
Yeah, played excellent all year long for St. Michael last year. Almost getting them that state title. Spanish Fort going to play conservative right now is what it looks like.
Just kind of dribbling around the horn almost.
Yeah. They might be wasting time. Who knows? But that's going to be stolen by Hillel Bill. Hillel's a cross opportunity for Raphael. Oh, and just tripped up. There's Jack Charles right there. Fakes a shot. Hillel's going to shoot. Oh, off the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. What a shot that would have been. Again, St. Michael's just applying pressure right now to that Toro back line. And it has worked so far. And a good move by Jake Lazary right there.
Tries to get a cross in, unable to. Intercepted by the Toros.
Another great offensive possession right there from St. Michael. A good shot on goal right there from Hillel. Just turned into a sequence of events. That's the momentum we need to keep going throughout the whole game. Spanish Fort's kind of working that left sideline. Good job by Andy getting that defensive stop. And Spanish Fort will sub once again. Again, Coach Tito choosing not to sub this time. And I believe this will be a Toro throw-in. And that'll be a St. Michael throw-in now. Good defense by Andy Cisneros. Andy Mad Dog. Long throw. Jack Charles fighting for that ball with the Spanish Fort defender. Ball goes down that left sideline, and the refs say
they call it for St.
that was last touched by Spanish Fort.
Yeah.
Andrew Kiernan is going to dribble down that sideline, that right sideline now. And that'll be a St. Michael throw-in as Jake Lazar will throw the ball in. Here as we approach the 15-minute mark. And this first half has gone by very smoothly for St. Michael.
Yeah, both teams have had many offensive possessions, but I think the Cardinals have had a lot more opportunities. But
Hello. Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, there goes Robert Watson, scoring opportunity. Oh, and just Raphael can't get to it. Tries to cross it to Raphael. Very good drawn-up play from St. Michael right there. Good job by Hillel finding Robert, and then Robert using his speed to beat out that defender. Another great offensive possession from St. Michael. High kick. Jack Charles is going to try and grab that one, but Hillel's going to grab it. Good dribble by Hillel.
All the way through four.
Finds Andy. There goes Andy up the left sideline. Andy's going to try and cross it. Tries to give it to Raphael, but just short. Hillel's there once again. And Spanish Fort will give it to Jake Lazary. Jake over the top. Oh, my goodness. What a good shot by Jake. Just over the crossbar. Man, you couldn't be asking for some better shots on goal right now from St. Michael.
That's right. They have just been banking them time after time. Hello, Jake Lazary, Raphael. They're all trying to get a shot in.
Yeah, it also shows that St. Michael's come ready to play. And Spanish Fort's not even going to try and go for that one. That'll be a St. Michael throw, and there goes Andy.
Yeah, St. Michael playing very good against the 1-seed Spanish Fort.
Playing very aggressive. And that's kind of a toss-up whether to give it to anyone. They'll give it to Spanish Fort. straight to Andrew Kiernan. Andrew's going to give that. No, he's not. He's going to keep it. He's going to give it to Jake Lazary. Jake's going to get kind of crossed up with the Spanish Fort defender. There goes Hillel. Dribbles through once again, using his speed to his advantage, going down the outside. Spanish Fort's got to be careful not to shove him or foul him inside the goal box, or that is a PK. Again, Spanish Fort not being very smart and not being very aware. And he's going to be right there. He's going to steal it before that Spanish Fort defender can, but it's just going to go out of bounds. Another great offensive possession from St. Michael. I think this was Tito's game plan kind of the whole time, that just sit as much, just get as much time as we can on this side of the field.
Yeah, that's kind of how they've been playing all year.
Spanish Fort has rarely, it feels like rarely, been in front of our goal for longer than a minute or two.
Right.
It feels like it's very quick, either a corner kick or something, but that'll be a Cardinal throw-in. It just feels like St. Michael's just been dominating this whole game, and they have. If you look at shots on goal, long throw from Santiago. If you look at shots on goal and things like that, St. Michael has been crushing Spanish Fort. Good job. Hillel almost. Here goes Andy, and he's going to kick it. He's going to save. He saves the corner kick, but it'll be a Spanish Fort throw-in.
Yeah, another first for this team. This men's soccer team is the winningest team in school history.
Good job by Mark.
I believe.
That's a save. Mr. Tony, you might want to throw that graphic up.
How many wins do we have this season?
Oh, and that is a foul in Spanish Fort.
15 or 16?
I believe we have 16 wins.
Yeah, 16 wins. I believe this is the winningest team in St. Michael history for the boys. It's pretty amazing as number 10 comes on with the field. You better watch out for him. With another foul by him would be a yellow card.
Free kick for St. Michael right now. I mean, all you can really hope for is a foul to occur inside the penalty box on Spanish Fort.
Right.
So we can possibly get a PK. But nonetheless, this is another scoring opportunity for St. Michael. See what they do. They have Hillel here out to the left. Kind of just sitting by himself on an island. Jack Charles is going to launch this straight to Robert Watson. Oh, and a good header by Robert. Just couldn't quite get it over or past the keeper, excuse me. Here's Santiago.
A good recovery by the Cardinals there, Santiago.
And that'll be out of bounds. St. Michael throw-in, as we are just under 10 minutes to play left in this first half. As that should be another St. Michael throw-in.
Yes, it will be.
It's looking like this game is starting to slow down just a little bit. We are kind of out of all that action that happened earlier.
Yeah, it's really going back and forth now. No one's really holding the ball all that well.
Oh, the guy gets kicked in the face. Good steal by Raphael. Just going to try and get it to Andrew. Andrew has a chance right here. Let's get kicked up. Good touch by the Spanish Fort player. Raphael's going to give it to Jake. Jake's going to try and dribble through. He's going to dribble back, actually, for an opportunity. There goes Andy. It's still in play. Good job by Andy right there, keeping that ball in play. And that'll be a Spanish Fort throw. And not sure what's going on here. Oh, and Mark almost saves it, but that's going to go in. That's going to be a 1-1. Good job by that Toro offense. That was a very loud expression of how happy he was. You could tell.
Number 5 was very happy about that.
Almost like he scored a goal or something. Okay.
Well, it wasn't all that great a goal. It was a pretty wide open shot, but, you know, good for him. Looks like here comes Luke Lowe, the freshman coming in for Andrew Kiernan.
Nonetheless, a good job by Spanish Fort right there. Finally getting through our defense. Now St. Michael has got to find a way to respond and not let this game get out of hand, or not let this game go to a tie. But who knows what Coach Tito will draw up here with about 7.5 minutes left.
What a move there by Hillel.
St. Michael's going to come out attacking again. We got to be careful. There goes Andy up the left sideline. There goes Jack, gonna cut back. Goal opportunity. Oh, and stop. He could have taken 1 or 2 steps, but he did have a defender hot on his trail. But a good shot choice by Jack Charles right there. In soccer, it's kind of your decision whether to take the shot or not. And most of the times you are correct, and right there Jack was very right to take that shot to prevent it from being. Not sure what's going on here.
They called it out, and the ball was still on the field whenever Hillel threw it in.
The Toros have a fancy camera.
Well, that's Fox 10 News.
Oh, it is.
They're here for the Baldwin Cup.
Now, if you want the WCN to have that camera, don't be afraid to sponsor us.
Yeah.
That's right. Sponsors are open for this upcoming season. You can email us at wcn@stmichaelchs.org for your chance to be a sponsor. You'll get an ad, some little promos during the game, football games, which is our biggest alleyway for money.
Yeah, you're not going to miss the season. It's going to be a great one.
It is.
As we have a really good senior class with Noah Moss, Brody Jones, Tucker, all those guys, Nick Russo.
Yeah, I expect us to have the same exact season, if not better.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
only thing better will be us making a state. If we make it past Jackson, going to state, we're going to win.
And that's going to be a tough ask to do for St. Michael, as Jackson is it's just one of the best teams in the state. They have so much star power on that team. With Landon Duckworth, Jamarian Juice Gordon, E.J. Crowell, the #1 running back in the class of 26 now, as he reclassified.
He'll be committing in December, where he's going, definitely an SEC school.
Yeah, absolutely.
5 minutes left to go, first half.
It's been a very swift, smooth first half. I must say, there's not been much sloppiness.
No stoppage of the clock. There's no injuries or anything like that either. So,
yeah, it's been a very clean first half.
Yeah, and Spanish Fort hasn't fouled as much, really, in the second part of this half than they really did in the first part. They were very dirty in the very first part, but they've calmed down a little bit, and they've really been controlling the ball a lot better.
Hello, trying to use his feet to his advantage, and he falls, and that'll be a foul on Spanish Fort and a free kick. Well, very quick with his feet. Him and Jack Charles are kind of two speedsters. As they wait for Hillel to kick this one down into the goal box.
Long kick.
Headed out by the Toro defender. And number 5 in Spanish Fort is just running a track race all the way down. Good job by Huck right there, stealing that ball. There goes Hillel. They're going to get it to Jake. Jake's going to try and get it. Oh, that would have been such a good through ball if it weren't for that Toro defender's head in the way. Andy trying to make a stop right here. They're going to get to Huck. Huck's got to get out fast. But he's going to dribble through, and he's going to try and get it through up through midfield. There goes Huck. Good job. Really good job by Huck. Kind of extending it for St. Michael as they'll get a throw in right at midfield. Jake and Raphael kind of working together right now. And the Spanish Fort fans clearly upset about that one, but it happens. But I don't think there was much that really slowed him down.
Yeah, it wasn't drastic. It wasn't anything that caused him to stop the play or change the play at all. So
no, if it was, he probably would have done a little extra, as everyone would have done.
Right, 2:15 left on the clock as the Toros about to take a corner kick.
Another goal opportunity for Spanish Fort. And they're not going to get it right there on that corner. And St. Michael's just going to clear it all the way to that Toro back line. Good kick up the sideline, and Spanish Fort. Dangerous territory right now for St. Michael. And a great job right there by Nathaniel, kicking that ball out of bounds and saving a goal.
He saved a corner kick as well. Now, that's going to be a throw-in because it went out the side, correct?
Yes, I believe so. It should be a throw-in. Yeah, it'll be a throw-in.
1:30 left on the clock.
Very good job by Nathaniel. Once again.
At halftime? Like with the what I do at halftime? Do I just leave it how it is? Yeah. It'll just stop. Yep.
Long throw from Spanish Fort. Oh, and a good save by Mark.
Mark.
As Mark looks back to take a look at his own graphic. That ball had a lot of backspin on it. It bounces back. And Spanish Fort's trying to make a very big run right here. Good job by Mark.
Reaching a 50 seconds point.
And I would not be surprised if Mark just kind of slowly got rid of the ball as he does right here, taking his sweet time. That's going to go to midfield. And Jack Charles is going to get the ball. Tries to use his footwork and dribble through. Just stopped by that Spanish Fort. A good slide tackle by Hillel. As there's 25 seconds on that clock. Spanish Fort, wouldn't be surprised if they tried to score. Good stop by Jake right there. Spanish Fort coach telling him to go quick. Good job by Santi getting his head on the ball. They'll kick it right to Mark. And Mark really can just hold it. But he's going to kick it. And there is going to be nothing Spanish Fort can do, as that is time. Your Cardinals are tied 1-1
You want to take a break? Come
with
back
the
in 10
Spanish
minutes?
Fort Toros.
You want to take a break? Just come back in 10 minutes.
And it looks like we're going to take a break till the end of halftime. We will be back with more Cardinal soccer on the WCN. Thank you guys for watching.
Okay, we're about to kick off the second half here. Just a moment. Let's clear everything for you. It's 1-1 as we head into the second half. 2 40-minute halves set for this evening. Tie score 1-1. In the first half, we saw kind of the Cardinals take the momentum in the first few minutes of the game. They scored with about 15 minutes gone, and then Spanish Fort scored with about 5 minutes left in the half, maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it was a great first half, a very entertaining first half, as St. Michael had very many offensive possessions down at the Spanish Fort goal. Franklin's up on top as we swapped out.
That's right.
Franklin, how's it up there, cold?
Now I'm feeling real toasty. Got me a jacket. I'm doing good. It's a beautiful night here at the Nest against some Toros.
Spanish Fort score opportunity right there again, but swallowed up. Oh, and a good move by Jake Lazary. And there goes Hillel, has been kind of energetic all night, especially drawing fouls. He's been very good. Jack Charles going to kick that one up. Hillel's going to header it, trying to get it to Raff. That might be a corner kick, and it will be.
Now, of course, they switched directions here at the halftime, so your Cardinals are now headed from left to right. No, I'm incorrect about it. Yeah, no. Cardinals are headed that way, right?
Yes, they're headed to the right.
Left to right. Toros from right to left.
Big corner kick right here. I know it's early in the half, but it's always big when you got a scoring opportunity.
Mr. Chinese, this is a good angle.
Maybe a little bit wider than that in that case because you're the only camera we got.
Sounds good.
Good job by Hillel right there.
But otherwise, you're doing a great job. Anytime you feel like going tight, you get a hero situation, somebody scores, you go right in on them, feel right at home.
Santiago going to take his time right there. Good job by Jake. Kind of cupping that ball with his foot. There's Nathaniel.
Now let's pass it back to Mark, who boots it forward, trying to get it midfield. Still anyone's game. Both teams have shown great offensive possessions.
Oh, and Andy, they're going to get Andy on a handball.
Luckily, that was outside the box, just about a foot or two away from the box.
Oh, man. This is going to be a goal situation here for Spanish Fort. I wouldn't be surprised if they chipped it in to top left corner.
Provided a keeper can't keep him out of there. Oh, it's going to go wide.
It was that top left corner that they were aiming at.
Mitch, how'd you get so smart?
I guess I just got good ball knowledge. You never knew.
I doubt that.
Those years of soccer paying off.
That's right, them CYO leagues.
Back in the day. Good job by Santiago. Fighting for that ball, getting trampled. But he held his own right there. It's going to be booted out by Huck. There goes Raff with a good touch. They're going to give it to Jack. Jack tries to get in front of it.
I wonder if the Baldwin County Cup can end in a tie.
They split the cup. You never know. I wonder if that happens.
I imagine not. It's such a big game, and the news is here. Got to give them something to film, you know, if it ends in a tie. And there's got to be Crown, who's the best in Baldwin County.
Is that supposed to be Fox 10, the lady in pink?
I believe
that is
so.
Fox 10.
She could have wore red. As I think both teams here are winning their respective regions
Yes, they
as
are.
we're headed towards postseason. Spanish Fort is 4-0 in 6A Area 2.
Toro's able to keep it in play. Good defense there by Santiago. Gives it to Hillel.
Now, Max Preps is showing St. Michael undefeated in area play.
Yeah, they are.
It was for some reason I was thinking that wasn't the case, but it obviously it is. Bayside in Alberta, and then BC Rain has a co-ed team. So
Now, Mr. Tony, do we know, is Bayside making playoffs?
they take the top two, so we got a tie between Bayside Academy and Alberta. I would think the head-on winners of those two.
Yeah, I believe Bayside will be going to the playoffs this year, and Alberta will be missing out.
Yeah, which doesn't make much sense as they split games. And they had the same goal differential in each game.
Yeah, they did. Actually, I was just looking at that. They beat Alberta away at Alberta, and then when they brought them at home, they lost. So I guess it would go into common opponents at that point, and there's a kick on goal, and we weren't paying attention to.
Yeah, looks like the Toros had an opportunity there to take the lead, and just didn't get it. Just right at just left of the goal.
Now, I believe the score differential in common opponents, I believe Bayside takes that one against us, as we beat Alberta the first time here at home 4-0.
Well, we're going to the playoffs.
That's all that matters.
If Bayside somehow has to stay home, well,
there goes a goal opportunity right there from Jake. Good move.
Nice move.
Goal from Jake Lazary, his second. Good goal. And St. Michael takes that 2-1 lead. And things are getting heated up here at the Nest. You love to see it.
What a score there by Jake Lazary. He takes many good touches and a left foot shot to the right corner to put the Cardinals up 2-1 over the 7A number 1 ranked Spanish Fort Toros.
Yeah, 33 minutes left in this game. 33 minutes left in this game. St. Michael has got to play aggressive. They cannot let up those late half goals like we did in the first half. Again, there's nothing at stake here. I mean, minus the cup, I guess. I've never heard of this. But there's no effect on the outcome of this game except for pride
and morale going into playoffs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this really could be a very, very good morale booster, and also a good opportunity to get us on a hot streak, keep us going on a hot streak. As I believe we're on a 7-game win streak.
7-game win streak.
7-game win streak. So this would get us to 8.
Actually, we're on a 9-game win streak.
And the girls are on a larger win streak, I believe. Oh, and there goes St. Michael with good attack.
Yeah, I believe the girls would be 3 more than that. They'd be on a 12-game win streak.
Good move by Jack Charles. Oh, and St. Michael just can't finish right there. But good job. Jack Charles gets the ball through the legs of a Toro defender.
We actually do know already. Now, the boys will host a game as well. I know the girls will host on the April 25th, which is a week from this Friday. They have one more home game that we'll do on the WCN.
Good cross by Andrew Kieran. And Jake Lazary going for that hat trick. As the boys, I believe they might play UMS. Now, I'm not sure. I've heard that from some of the boys' soccer team, but they might host UMS.
That could be. They will host a game, I would think, winning their division or their area. The girls, like I said, will Friday the 25th. Got that from BD last night. We were over to the baseball game. But we'll have to get the clarification on that from Coach Tito.
Yeah. Spanish Fort. Oh, good stop. That looked like Santiago with that nice
Good solid
save.
hit by the Toro, so that was a nice stop. Toros are playing with a bit of pep in their step right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That one might be out of bounds. Ooh, the fans want a handball right there. And it'll stay with Spanish Fort.
It's a little bit deceiving on the far side over there. That sand is actually, inside of the out-of-bounds marker.
Right.
I believe that should be fixed by football season.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. By the way, we're looking for sponsors for fall 2025 football here at the Wild Cardinal Network.
Just to reiterate that, you're not going to want to miss it. As Mr. Tony was talking about, Fox 10 has that nice fancy camera down there on the sideline. If you
That's twice as big as any of our cameras. I don't know.
If you want to see your Cardinals in large 4K,
we need money.
We need some sponsors to help us buy that camera.
We don't have a problem money can't fix.
Unlike many things in this world.
But yeah, this will be just our second year, so hopefully if you sign up early, we'd like to do some commercials for you to get some in the can, so to speak, this spring here before the students head home for the summer, because of course they'll start kicking off with football before the students come back.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's not like your name is just going to be mentioned once. I mean, you'll be your company will be the title of our post-game show, pre-game show, halftime show even. And your ads will be played quite a bit, as we had a lot of stoppages last year during our games. But also, these football games reach thousands of people. I believe our biggest live stream we had reached about 4,000 to 5,000 people. I believe that was Jackson. So your business is going to be spread all throughout Alabama, especially Baldwin County.
Well, it's a great way, of course, to get it to a local community as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where you want your thing. As a small business, you're going to want your name in front of the community here. And what better place to put it than the Wild Cardinal Network and sponsoring anything St. Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're also your logo and your business and your phone number would put on the Jumbotron.
We'll do what we can to make you a good commercial. If you don't have one already, if you have one, we'll use that and put the students' voices on top. If you have a student at St. Michael, you want to use their voice. If I can talk them into it, we'll do it. Now, we did have a sponsor last year. I made the promise. I promised her that I said, I will get your daughter on here. But when I approached her daughter couldn't run away fast enough. So it never happened. But we'll try if you give us the opportunity. So, again, sponsors for the Wild Cardinal Network, just email WCN at stmichaelchs.org or just give a call in, and anybody there will tell you. Oh, over the
my
top.
Goodness.
Off the bar.
Just a rocket shot on goal. Very good shot by Spanish Fort, as we are under 30 minutes now to play.
Now, the Spanish Fort players have their names on the back of the uniform. Is that right?
I believe that's not true. I think
That's
they have
not true.
the Hill.
The
Which
Hill,
is like
okay.
Their prize, which is their stadium.
Yep. Okay.
Also, kind of the Fear the Feather for them.
That makes sense to me now.
Their saying is Defend the Hill, and ours is Fear the Feather. I believe ours is better, but I might be a little biased.
Cardinal haters, here's the bird.
Yeah.
Hey, we're now down to 26 minutes. We got a 1-goal lead over Spanish Fort, 6A Area 2 champions. Just need the clock to tick faster. Is that what you were talking to him? Tell him to move that clock faster.
Speed it up just a little bit. Might slip him $1 or $2.
No, Mitchell, that'd be cheating.
You think anybody notice if you put like a 3/4 of a second, and so it ended in 36 minutes instead of 40?
You never know.
Somebody in the stands going, wait a minute, I had 4 minutes still to go.
Right.
Look, a shin guard flew off. Oh my goodness, a long kick right there.
Oh,
Good job by Mark.
we're going to give him that
Beautiful
one.
job by Mark. My goodness. Mark put his body on the line for that one. But he was practicing that in the warm-ups as I was walking in to the nest. He was pretty much doing that for every single kick that came his way. Line drive for Mark once again. Throws a shoulder there. Number 10 once again. And there's something going on.
"24 minutes now. The final home game for the boys team. We have one more home game for the girls. That's next Monday. That's even after you guys are on spring break. So be an empty campus.
That's
We'll
right.
see how many people show up for that game.
With Easter being so late this year, and that's where the Archdiocese puts their spring break every year, it's really got in the way of a lot of sports. I know for track, our sectionals is the week following Easter, is the weekend following Easter, and so we all have to do workouts during Easter break and stay home.
Yeah, now for the people who don't play spring sports, their spring break is wide open. Like
Well,
me.
the broadcast class has a commitment Monday night for the soccer team.
I will be home. I will be home. Don't even worry. Coach
I told BD I'd do it, so
Coach Beatty asked us in class if we would all be there Monday and show our support for the girls. And I said we'd be happy to.
23 minutes now.
Time is ticking down.
The Toros with a much deeper bench than the Cardinals have. Although I haven't noticed much substitution so far. So, Fox 10, she's just doing highlights or something? Like every once in a while, she's just on her phone talking and stuff like that. She's not committed at all to St. Michael Cardinal soccer.
I guess so. In the Fox 10, they only give like a 15, 20 second, or maybe a minute talk about
a minute,
sports.
minute and a half summary of the game.
Call them up and tell them, hey, you can use ours for a price.
Yeah.
Not much.
Another foul on Spanish Fort.
Just give us one of those fancy cameras that the lady in pink has, and we'll be good.
I'm sure they have a bunch of extras.
Yeah, there's equipment sitting around somewhere we'd love to have.
If you have that equipment, make sure you hit us up.
It's it's ever evolving. 1920 by 1080p is now being replaced by 4K. They have 8K on the horizon. Oh man,
Everything's gonna become high def.
super duper high def with 8K. Oh my goodness, I don't know that I want my picture taken in 8K. They know every little hole in my face and imperfection. Who's this kicking?
Jack Charles puts it.
Straight at
Oh
the
my
goal.
goodness. Almost shoots it in.
No messing around. He just went straight for the goal.
That's right.
It's never a bad idea. St. Michael got to get back. They're going to let it go to Mark.
Good save there by Mark Flynn, the senior.
But we wouldn't pass up any high-def equipment, by the way. Anything, we are not to 4K capabilities as of yet. So if you got an old HD camera,
We're not picky.
we're not. That's what we're using right now is the 2K version. Our software isn't actually even available to broadcast in 4K. Should you give us a 4K camera? Actually, we have a 4K camera. One of the 5 is a 4K. But it doesn't do you much good if you can't broadcast in it.
Yeah.
But, if you have a certain size TV, there's no difference between HD and 4K.
Yeah.
You get a really big TV, you can tell the difference.
So Toro's making some subs.
Now, when we talk about spring break coming, we also talk about the seniors only having, 2 weeks of classes left, if that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
barely
get
that.
off early.
They've got, after spring break, maybe 10 days left of school. Might be less than that.
I don't even think they have 10 days.
Might be 10 days as of today.
The week
And
they come back from spring break is their last kind of.
week. Yeah, if they had 10 days, I think it was 11 on yesterday, something like that. So
Yeah.
Right, but with exams, starting to have to go back for school for that. Well, not necessarily to school, but at least the coastal will take some exams.
If they're
Good
AP,
win.
I believe.
Well, that'll make for kind of an empty campus. You get rid of 25% of your students for the last 3 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
Me and Mitchell, as juniors right now, be seniors, be big dogs on campus. Ain't that right, Mitchell?
That's not official until next August. I
I don't
don't
know,
think.
Franklin.
Yeah.
You might get held back.
No.
During the summer, they call you a rising senior.
No.
I know you want to get out there.
No, I'm a big dog no matter what.
Well,
Those
I
se-
won't
those
argue
se-
with that.
Those seniors know that.
Sam, I've got to clear it right here. Good job. As right now, it is, I would say it's crunch time for Spanish Fort.
18 minutes left now.
St. Michael has kind of been in the driver's seat so far this half. Raphael almost with a steal. But nonetheless, Spanish Fort has applied some pressure. Good job by Hallel right there, getting that steal. Oh, and Jake, he almost saves it.
Out of bounds.
Jake looks like he hit off the wrong part of his foot. Long throw from Spanish Fort. Good job by Robert, and looks like Nathaniel.
See, now the lady in pink is actually kind of leaving right now. She's boogieing out of here. Game's not even over. You know what I want to do? I want to grab the WCN interview microphone and head down there afterwards and talk to her. Say, hey, what are you doing here? Where are you from?
This is our territory.
How much do you get paid?
Right.
No, it's great to have the Fox 10 here, actually. Any kind of coverage for the St. Michael Cardinals is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just jealous of their camera.
Good job by Andrew Kiernan clearing that ball out of here. And the Cardinals stand to live another day. Good job by Santiago. Gotta be careful.
You heard them footsteps behind him.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew Kiernan almost gets it through. Good job by Mark right there.
Yeah, that was setting up to be a nice pass by the Toros.
St. Michael with plenty of time to just chew. Good kick from Mark. Long kick. Oh, beautiful kick from Spanish Fort. Just too far ahead of him.
And trying to make some out of it.
Good job by
Good defense
Andy.
there.
long throw. As Raphael changes direction momentarily. "15 minutes to go."
Oh.
A tenuous 1-goal lead for the Cardinals.
There goes Hillel. Oh, Raphael has a chance to get there. Can he get it? No, he might not be able to.
Not quite.
Unless, great job.
Under 15 minutes now. Cardinals to lead by 1 against the Toros.
Good defense by St. Michael. As the 14-minute mark. It's like a corner kick.
It is a corner kick for the Toros. Oh,
Good strong header right there. St. Michael on a fast break opportunity. Long kick from Jack. There goes Jack. He might waltz into this goal. Oh, and he just kicks it too far ahead.
got away from him just a little bit.
Could have taken a 2-goal lead right there. Good job by Andrew. Goal opportunity here.
Oh,
Shoots it. Looks like it might have hit the Spanish Fort defender.
It looked like that. Yeah, I thought maybe it deflected it enough to keep the goalie from snapping it, but no.
Yeah, man, would that have been something.
Good touch right there. There goes Robert.
Little Bill had something set up. So he thought.
Good job by Jake. Not really sure what he called. But that'll be a Toro free kick.
They didn't get an argument from Jake or anything. But I'm not sure what he did.
No. Maybe a push in the back, something little that the ref saw that could have affected the play. Good job by Jake clearing that out. Spanish Fort is going to go up that right sideline. Huck's got to clear it and stop short of midfield, but St. Michael will get that back. Jake going to kick it far upfield. He'll get it to the keeper. Ooh. Might have been a trip right there. Might have tripped over himself. Andrew Kiernan.
Well, they didn't separate the fans this evening like they did against Bayside last week.
I think just a little bit less
That was an
of a
experiment.
rivalry.
Yeah, that was an experiment just to see.
As Luke Lowe will come in the game.
Nothing personal.
They were just
might have been a
testing the
smart
waters.
idea to keep Bayside and St. Michael fans away from each other.
As Andrew Keenan will take a seat for just a minute as he's limping. And he was tripped up on that last play, so maybe a cramp, maybe something else. And it'll be a Toro throw-in.
Now under 10 minutes, Cardinals still lead by 1. Have done very well and very good this half, making sure to keep the ball away from their net.
Yeah, absolutely. Franklin, what's been going on at St. Michael lately?
Really, nothing much. We had Station Lacrosse. We have Station Lacrosse this Thursday, Mass tomorrow. We had a little Ultimate Frisbee house games today. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, who won that one again, Franklin?
I don't really remember. I was in the bathroom.
Oh, I think it was me and the Quinlaneers.
That's amazing.
Let's go Quinlan. I think we pretty much diced up everybody.
Not
out
true,
there.
but whatever. It's just house games.
Beat you guys in the championship game.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you go with the win and get the ball first and third, miles over someone's head with one lead. I guess it happens.
I mean, what can I say? I'm just too strong. Got to get out of the weight room, low key. And Spanish forward's going to push the ball towards midfield. Now, Franklin, when is Battle of the Houses? Do you know?
I believe it's May 3rd.
If you're a St. Michael student, you're not going to want to miss that. And that's a foul in Spanish Fort. And, the Spanish Fort fans are Spanish Fort fans are one of the fans is clearly upset at that call. Yelling all sorts of things, but nonetheless, all fun and games. As Hallel's gonna, looks like he's gonna boot this one towards the goal. Hopefully, we can get a goal right here and be up 2 scores with 8 minutes left. See what he does. Good kick. Ooh, hits off the Spanish Fort player's face is what it looked like. They're going to try and sneak it in. Good pass by Robert. Oh, and just a little bit ahead of him, Raphael, right there on that streak. Could have had a very good play right there. Good offensive possession right there from St. Michael. Good job by Jake. Getting that ball. As Toby's going to come in for, looks like Raphael. Toby's seeing some action tonight. Once more.
Give Raphael a little break.
Yeah, they're going to need him for the last 3 minutes. Job by Hillel. Job by Toby. Long kick across field. Oh my goodness. And Jack Charles just ran him over.
A little bit of urgency to Spanish Fort right now.
Job by Andy right there.
Yeah, Spanish Fort really hoping for a yellow card out of that.
Yeah, I mean, they really can't be saying anything. They just had 3 players pushed down.
Oh, my
with
goodness.
Mark.
It got past Mark. It was kind of a bad bounce. So they tie the score. Gosh, we felt like we had pretty good momentum going.
Yeah, 6 minutes left. Again, they allowed that late half score.
So far, just kind of a repeat of the first half. But we need a score then in the last 6.5 minutes here.
Here come Andrew and Raphael back in for Luke and Toby. So, big opportunity here for St. Michael to extend that win streak and keep that momentum going. Again, plenty of time on the clock for St. Michael to do something here. we just got to play relaxed. We got to play our soccer. Because when we don't play our soccer, that's when everything goes downhill.
There's 6 minutes left.
Spanish forwards just kind of working our defense a little bit. Seeing what they can and can't get around us.
Well, we may find out an answer to that question, whether there's extra kicks or anything after a tie for the Baldwin County Cup.
Oh, gets hit in the face. There's Hillel.
Bodies flying everywhere.
Good use of his body right there, and he's going to kick that one a little bit too far. Tito encouraging the guys, keep their heads up. Still plenty of time here as there's 5.5 minutes left.
Yeah, and they're tied. They're not behind.
Yeah, so, I mean, if this game isn't a tie, it's not the end of the world. Spanish forward just going to kind of work it back with the defense. There's Jake trying to be aggressive. Oh, and he did.
He was still in bounds when he grabbed that with his hands. I mean, come on.
That should be a free kick for St. Michael.
I would have thought so.
Oh, my goodness, another one of those long balls. And there's Mark to grab it. Good hands from Mark. Again, plenty of time. About 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. A booming kick from Mark. Hopefully straight to Raff. Good job by Andrew. Jack Charles gets tripped up as he tries to kick it. And St. Michael throw in. Kind of playing a little bit slow right now. Good move by the Spanish Fort player, excuse me.
They're raising dust as they head down the field.
That'll be a St. Michael throw. Got to get it in quick before Spanish Fort can even regroup down here on our side of the field. They get into Robert, and Robert will just kick it. Excuse me, it'll be off the Spanish Fort player. And St. Michael's slowly moving up the field. Long throw from Andrew. Good throw. And Raphael uses his body to get Jack Charles a chance with the ball. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness.
A score by the Toros with 3.5 minutes left. Took a lot of air out of our players out there. Let's regroup here and get another goal in the next 3 minutes.
And there's already a yellow card. Number 24 is just given a yellow card for taunting.
So 24 is going to have to sit down for at least one play with the yellow card. You kind of wish that was like hockey. They'd have to play one player down now for a while.
Yeah. Man, that's just a blow for St. Michael right there. Oh, it's getting chippy right there.
Yeah, let's everybody get on the post size here. Let's calm down. Good sportsmanship is important.
There's no need for that at all, really, in this sort of game.
And that was a Spanish floor player. I got the replay on that. We're not going to play it, but the Spanish floor player came in here and kicked the ball away from the Raphael as he was waiting to make the kick. That was instigated by the Toros. However,
yeah, again, win or lose, this game has no outcome on our season.
So the Toros were just real proud of that third goal there.
Oh, my goodness. Got to do something. Got 3 minutes left. They're going to send it, and the Spanish Fort defender will stop it. St. Michael's got to play fast pace. Oh, and there's just no way they call it a foul.
Seems like a little late, too. They just called it after he flopped.
Yeah, and that time's not going to stop either, and Spanish Fort's going to take their time and play the slow game. Job by Mark.
And knock it away. It's going to be a throw in by the Toros again, though, as time is ticking away for us.
Yeah, and they're just going to walk to the ball.
There's a timeout there for some reason. Stop the clock. There we go. Here. I guess because of the substitution.
And there will be extra time with all the substitutions.
And that, of course, was the Cardinal fans that were concerned of the clock ticking away. With good reason. We need a goal.
Yeah. There goes Jack. We just got to be careful here. I mean, we're playing a little bit too nervous. Oh, no way. They're going to give Spanish Fort the throw in. Looked like they kicked it far out of bounds last.
It was clear that he kicked it out of bounds. I really don't know where the ref's getting this one from.
That's a tough blow for St. Michael as time is just ticking down. I don't know. I don't really know if I can see us scoring with about 1:20 left.
It's going to take a chain of events.
But here we go. Even
you don't
opportunity
see every day.
Maybe we can get a foul in the box and hope for a PK. I mean,
no way.
Chippy down there. It's going to be a foul against somebody. Looked like he pointed at 24. May have been just pointing at the spot, though. No, that's going to be a Toro ball.
Yeah, 50 seconds left. Looks like the Toros will be taking this one. Unfortunate for the Cardinals. Might have gotten a little robbed. Just
well, let's not let him have another one. 30 seconds.
Yeah, we just got to be careful. We can't, let the anger get to our heads. And
15 seconds. Take it all the way down there, Mark. Why not? It matriculates towards the goal.
And that's your game.
But that's going to be it. So 3-2, the final score for the Toros. They are the 6A Area 2 champions. But your St. Michael Cardinals are still the 5A Area 1 champions for this season and are headed to postseason next week. So regardless of the outcome of this game, we are still the area champions.
That's right.
Yeah, again, no effect on our season. It was a great game by St. Michael.
It was. It was a well-fought game. There was a lot of action back and forth. And to summarize, we started out with Jake Lazary. He got both of our goals tonight. He started out scoring in the first half, I want to say about 10 minutes gone, approximately. And then he scored again in the second half as well. So Jake Lazary, the top of the leaderboard tonight. Mark Flynn with a number of saves. Just couldn't save the last one there that gave him the third goal. But a good game nonetheless from Mark and the rest of the Cardinals as they hope to take some momentum into postseason. But all they got to do is pull themselves up by their bootstraps here and head into postseason play. they've got some really good chances to continue on. Last year they lost to Bayside just before the championship game. Bayside ended up winning it all last year. So, we have good expectations as we look at the postseason play for the boys. There's no question about that. They're undefeated in season play, or in region play.
That's right.
With also on they were on a 9-game winning streak. They're now on a 1-game losing streak.
That's
but a great
though.
season for your St. Michael Cardinals. 16-7-1 overall for the year. That'll put them at about a 68% winning percentage approximately. So not bad at all. Franklin, why don't you give us your summary of the game?
It was very good to the end. To the very end, it really got really chippy. I think that's where St. Michael lost their touch. They really just Spanish really turning on towards the end, and we kind of just started playing defense and just kicking the ball wherever instead of really controlling it and trying to get upfield. So overall, I think Spanish really outplayed us in the very end. Just were a lot smarter with the ball.
That's some very good points. As we just kind of we let them get under our skins there a little bit towards the end of the game, but overall, a very good game from the Cardinals. Mitchell Swanson, give us your summary.
Yeah, it was very chippy, like Franklin said. It was kind of all offense, though, all game. It felt like at times where you would just have St. Michael down at the Spanish Fort goal for so long, and then you have Spanish Fort down at the St. Michael goal for so long. So I really, it was a very high-scoring game for, both 2 1 seeds in their respective regions. But nonetheless, it was a very good game. Again, no effect on the outcome of this season. But it was just a great way to end it off, and I think that'll give St. Michael a little bit of fire going into the tournament. So
perhaps so. Use this loss as motivation.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we head into the postseason. And they're also headed into spring break here, the boys and girls are, of St. Michael. Starting this Friday, we've got one more broadcast here this spring for you on the Wild Cardinal Network, and that is next Monday as the girls play their final home game of the season. And they will head into postseason then starting next Friday. By that time, we will have clarification on exactly where the boys will be playing, and we'll have a rundown on the postseason play for both the boys and the girls by that time. So stay tuned then. That's what we use our halftime for against the girls on Monday. We will be tearing apart the postseason to see where our boys and girls are headed. We did one baseball game last night, Mitchell, as they took on Theodore. And a real good game over there for the seniors on senior night. Came out with a victory, didn't they?
They did 4 runs to nothing.
Exactly. And so, but that was their last game. They are not headed into the postseason. The softball team has a game on a Thursday in Loxley, and we'll have everything wound up for you when we return next Monday for the last soccer game. So thank you for joining us. It's been Mitchell Swanson, Tony Madsen, and Franklin Cash. I almost forgot. He left early, came late. But thanks for coming. And you've been watching Cardinal Soccer on the WCN.